Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Arsenal agreeing Joe Willock exit deal with Newcastle United awaiting final transfer decision, and then we're going to look at Houssem Aouar wanting Arsenal move this month and hopes James Maddison deal falls through. So the first transfer headline states that Arsenal agreed Joe Willock exit deal with Newcastle awaiting final transfer decision. So the reports are stating that Arsenal midfielder Joe Willock has been linked with a permanent move to Newcastle United this summer. Arsenal have agreed to let Joe Willock join Newcastle United on a permanent basis, according to reports. The 22-year-old excelled while on loan in the North East during the second half of last season and has been linked with a return to St James's Park for some time. Joe Willock was finding opportunities hard to come by in North London before his temporary move to Newcastle United, with his involvement largely restricted to Europa League appearances for Mikel Arteta's side. However, he promptly burst into life under the guidance of Steve Bruce, scoring in each of his final 7 Premier League games for the Magpies. His contributions played a major role in retaining Newcastle's top-flight status for another season, with the club eventually finishing well clear of the drop zone in 12th position. Steve Bruce has been pushing to sign Joe Willock on a permanent basis since the end of the previous campaign, but also been stalling over his departure. However, it seems as though Mikel Arteta has finally given Newcastle the green light, with the move now resting on the shoulders of the player himself. A deal to see Joe Willock join the Magpies has already been agreed, but they are waiting for him to deliver his final verdict on a return to the club, according to 90 Minutes. The report claims that Arsenal are prepared to let the midfielder leave, with Newcastle offering a transfer fee in the region of £25 million with add-ons. The total figure is poised to exceed the club's entire budget that had been set aside for the summer months, which was initially believed to be around the £20 million mark. Newcastle United are said to recognise that a move for Joe Willock would represent a solid investment that could pay dividends in the years to come, justifying their decision to alter their spending plans. Arsenal reportedly proposed a loan-to-buy package to help the move go through, but Newcastle United would prefer to keep their loan slots open in order to make further additions. They are believed to be growing impatient with the situation, but Joe Willock is yet to be convinced that permanent return to the club is the best course of action. Steve Bruce recently admitted that Newcastle have been helpless to accelerate proceedings, with the ball firmly in Arsenal's and Joe Willock's courts. You have to ask Arsenal, it's their decision and it's their players' decision, said the Magpies boss last month. Of course we want him back, he did great with us and gives us another dimension in midfield that we haven't got. We will keep bashing away at it. However, Mikel Arteta suggested that Joe Willock still has a role to play at the Emirates Stadium as he weighs up his midfield options ahead of the new campaign. Joe is part of our plans, he is our player, and in the time that he is here we will try to make the most out of him, Mikel Arteta told reporters earlier this summer. He has a great experience on loan, he was, I think, one of the most important players for their survival. So this Joe Willock situation looks very interesting. So this nicely takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that Houssem Aouar wants Arsenal moved this month and hopes James Maddison deal falls through. So the reports are stating that Arsenal long-term target Houssem Aouar reportedly wants to join the club this month. Houssem Aouar wants to join Arsenal before the end of the transfer window, according to reports. Houssem Aouar was a target for Arsenal last summer, but the Gunners ended up signing Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid instead. Lyon wanted over £50 million for the Frenchman in 2020. However, the Ligue club's failure to qualify for the Champions League last season has meant they are open to selling their top players. Arsenal are keen on signing an attacking midfielder with Martin Odegaard and James Maddison targets. It was reported this week that Arsenal made an offer to Leicester City for James Maddison. The Gunners are claimed to have offered the money plus a player to the Foxes in an attempt to sign James Maddison. However, that has not gone down well with the agents of Houssem Aouar. It has been claimed Houssem Aouar's representatives have been stunned by the progress Arsenal have made in the pursuit of James Maddison. Leicester would want at least £60 million for the England international, which is why the Gunners are attempting to offer players in exchange and lower the fee involved. Houssem Aouar would cost considerably less, with it being stated that £25 million could be enough for the 23-year-old. Arsenal claims to have prepared a £100,000 a week contract that they would offer for Houssem Aouar. However, they are yet to make a fresh offer to Lyon for him this summer. It has been stated that Houssem Aouar's representatives are still hopeful the Maddison deal will fall through, and they would reopen talks to sign the Lyon star. However, The Guardian claims James Maddison is open to joining Arsenal if a fee can be thrashed out with Leicester. The midfielder still has 3 years remaining on his contract at the King Power. Houssem Aouar meanwhile has entered the final 2 years of his contract at Lyon. Arsenal made 3 signings so far this summer as Mikel Arteta aims to improve on back-to-back 8th place finishes in the Premier League. Mikel Arteta has brought in left-back Nuno Tavares, midfielder Albert Sambi-Lokonga and centre-back Ben White. Ben White's £50 million arrival last week took the Gunners' spending to over £70 million in this window. Mikel Arteta is still targeting a greater midfielder, hence links to both Houssem Aouar and James Maddison. So it looks like Houssem Aouar wants Arsenal move this month and hopes James Maddison deal falls through. So Houssem Aouar is a player that Mikel Arteta and Arsenal have been heavily linked with previously in 2020, and then we opted to go with Thomas Partey as we could either sign Houssem Aouar or Thomas Partey. But in that scenario I did want both players, but we did opt to sign Thomas Partey in the end. But now Houssem Aouar wants that Arsenal move. It looks like he realises that he won't want to be with Lyon, he doesn't want to remain at Lyon, and he wants to make that move to Arsenal. But with Arsenal looking at other potential targets such as James Maddison and Martin Odegaard, the Houssem Aouar deal has been very slow in terms of negotiations, very slow in terms of progress, but this could now start to fire up once again, because I think that Joe Willock transfer deal of £25 million plus add-ons could directly be utilised into bringing in Houssem Aouar from Lyon and bringing him as a suitable asset to Mikel Arteta's first team, as he looks to have a wide range of attacking options and a wide range of very good talents at the club. So we will have to wait and see how Arsenal will use the summer transfer window in the end. Make sure you check out the FA Cup posters, the special link I've put below in the description, and smash that like button to see if you can reach 30 likes. Also subscribe for more daily videos and share the video with your Arsenal friends and family. Click one of the latest videos on the screen and I'll see you there.